Welcome, an initiative by Kikewa College of Horticulture, Nasik, from Department of Soil Science. I, the Professor Ines Gogre, will going to deliver an audio-visual learning for students on topic carbohydrate metabolism. To study carbohydrate metabolism, we require to understand what the term metabolism means. Metabolism applies to assembly of chemical reactions, biochemical reactions, which employed by organisms for synthesis of cell materials by the organism for utilization of energy from their environments. It may be defined as the totality of chemical processes that are capable of performing it, as it is highly coordinated and purposeful cell activity in which multi-enzyme system cooperates. Human adult maintain a constant weight for about 40 years, during which period totality about 60 quintals of solid food and 45,000 liters of water are metabolized, and yet both body weight and body composition may remain almost constant is a metabolism. Then metabolism process is further divided into catabolism and anabolism. So let's study about catabolism. Those processes whose major function in the general generation of chemical energy in the forms suitable for mechanical and chemical processes of cells are termed as catabolism. It is the process of decomposition of or breakdown of complex substances like lipids, proteins, and carbohydrates for release of energy. ATP is a storage form of energy in catabolism. Then let's study another process of metabolism, that is anabolism. Those processes which utilize energy generated by catabolism for the biosynthesis of cell components are termed as anabolism. It is the building up phase in which process of synthesizing complex compound requires input of energy. That is anabolism, in which energy generated by catabolism for the used for the biosynthesis of cell components are termed as anabolism. Then let's study about carbohydrate metabolism. It is a fundamental biochemical process that ensures constant supply of energy to living cells. Constant supply of energy to living cells is called as a carbohydrate metabolism. The most important carbohydrate is glucose, which can be broken down via glycolysis, enter into the Krebs cycle and oxidative phosphorylation to generate ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, is a storage form of energy. This carbohydrate metabolism process is divided into three steps. These are glycogenesis. It is the process of transformation of sugar to glycogen. Then glycogenolysis. It is the process of enzymatic breakdown of glycogen to glucose. And last one is glucogenolysis. It is the gluconeogenesis. It is the synthesis of glucose from non-carbohydrate material. It is in total carbohydrate metabolism. Then there are three interrelated pathways of carbohydrate metabolism, which includes number 1, glycolysis or EMP pathway. Then number 2, Krebs cycle or TCA cycle, and number 3, that is pentose phosphate pathway. These are three interrelated pathways for carbohydrate metabolism. Then let's study about glycolysis or EMP pathway. Glycolysis means glycose, it is divided into glycose, that is equal to sugar or sweet, and lysis means dissolution. Glycolysis is the sequence of 10 enzyme catalyzed reaction which converts glucose into pyruvic acid with simultaneous production of ATP. It means glycolysis takes place in the extra mitochondrial part of the cell or the soluble cytoplasm. The scientists Embeden, Merov, and Paranas had done the pioneer work in metabolism, and in honor of these scientists, glycolysis is also referred as EMP pathway. These are two phases of glycolysis. Number one, phase 1, that is preparatory phase. It consists of first 5 steps, and number 2, phase 2, that is payoff phase. It consists of last 5 steps. Then the chemical reactions involved in glycolysis or steps involved in glycolysis are: step number 1, phosphorylation of glucose. In the first step, glucose is activated by its phosphorylation to give glucose 6-phosphate. ATP provides the phosphate as well as energy for the reaction as it converted to ADP. Then magnesium acts as activators. The reaction is brought about by either of two enzymes, that is glucokinase or hexokinase. The reaction is glucose plus ATP in presence of enzyme glucokinase or hexokinase. Magnesium as a catalyst produce glucose 6-phosphate plus ADP plus hydrogen. In step number 2, isomerization of glucose 6-phosphate. The glucose 6-phosphate is converted to its isomer fructose 6-phosphate by the action of phosphohexokinase isomerase in presence of magnesium ions. The reaction is glucose 6-phosphate. Enzyme involved is phosphoglucose isomerases in presence of magnesium as a catalyst produces fructose 6-phosphate. Then step number 3, phosphorylation of glucose 6-phosphate. Fructose 6-phosphate is phosphorylated by ATP to produce fructose 1,6-diphosphate in presence of enzymes phosphofructokinase. One more molecule of ATP is broken down to ADP and magnesium ions are required as activators. The reaction is fructose 6-phosphate plus ATP in presence of enzyme phosphofructokinase. Magnesium is a catalyst. Fructose produces fructose 1,6-diphosphate plus ADP plus hydrogen ion. Then step number 4, cleavage of fructose 1,6-diphosphate. The fructose 1,6-diphosphates now splits into triose phosphate molecules, glyceraldehydes 3-phosphate, and dihydroxyacetone phosphates. The reaction is catalyzed by enzyme aldose. The reaction is fructose 1,6-diphosphate in presence of enzyme aldolase produces dihydroxyacetone diphosphate plus glyceraldehyde plus glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. The next step is isomerization of dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Dihydroxyacetone phosphate can be readily and reversibly converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate by enzyme phosphotrace isomerase. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate can be directly degraded in the subsequent reaction steps in glycolysis. That is, reaction is dihydroxyacetone phosphate in presence of phosphotriose isomerase as enzyme produces glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. This is all about glycolysis or EMP pathway. That is phase number 1, preparatory phase. Thank you. Step 6, oxidative phosphorylation of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. This is the first of the 2 energy conserving reactions of glycolysis. The glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is converted into 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid by enzyme phosphoglyceraldehyde dehydrogenase, in which NAD is dependent. NAD, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Glyceraldehyde, the reaction is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate in presence of enzyme phosphoglyceraldehyde dehydrogenase gives 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid. Step number 7, transfer of phosphate from 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid to ADP. This is the first energy generating reaction in glycolysis, which involves transfer of high energy phosphate group from 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid to ADP by enzyme phosphoglycerate kinase to form ATP, leaving 3-phosphoglyceric acid. The reaction is 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid plus ADP in presence of enzyme phosphoglycerate kinase produces 3-phosphoglyceric acid plus ATP. Then step number 8, that is isomerization of 3-phosphoglyceric acid. The 3-phosphoglyceric acid is converted into 2-phosphoglyceric acid due to intramolecular shift of phosphoryl group of the enzyme phosphoglyceromutase. The reaction is 3-phosphoglyceric acid in presence of enzyme enolase, magnesium as a catalyst, produces 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid. Then step number 9, that is dehydration of 2-phosphoglyceric acid. The 2-phosphoglyceric acid is dehydrated by enzyme enolase in presence of magnesium to form 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid. 2-phosphoglyceric acid in presence of enzyme enolase, magnesium as a catalyst or activator, gives 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid plus H2O. Then last step number 10, transfer of phosphate from 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid to ADP. This is second energy generating reaction in glycolysis. Here 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid is converted to pyruvic acid or pyruvate in enol form by enzyme pyruvate kinase forming ATP. The reaction involves 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid plus ADP in presence of enzyme pyruvate kinase, magnesium as activator or catalyst, gives enol pyruvic acid, that is pyruvate plus ATP. That is all about glycolysis.